Dear students, let us continue with the external features of the bladder. First we can discuss regarding apex of the bladder. So apex provides attachment to medial umbilical ligaments that we have seen in the picture, and it lies posterior to the upper margin of the symphysis pubis. So this apex is lying just posterior to the upper margin of the symphysis pubis. Then the median umbilical ligament is a fibrous remnant of the intra-abdominal part of the allantois, which means the median umbilical ligament, we have said that there is one ligament is attached with this apex is known as median umbilical ligament, that is made up of fibers. So it is a fibrous ligament which is a remnant of the intra-abdominal part of the allantois or urachus. Okay. The next part is base. Base can be said as posterior surface or fundus. That another name of base is posterior surface or fundus. So the urinary bladder is triangular in shape and directed postero-inferiorly towards the rectum. Its superolateral angles are joined by the ureters, while its inferior angle gives rise to the urethra. So in this picture we can see the base of the bladder. Okay, here it is the base of the bladder. It is otherwise known as posterior surface or fundus. Then the superolateral angles are joined by the ureters. So totally the urinary bladder is in a triangular shape. So it is like a triangle, and it directed postero-inferiorly towards the rectum. It directed posteriorly and inferiorly towards the rectum. So below the rectum is located just below the urinary bladder. Then its superolateral angles are joined by ureters, while its inferior angle gives rise to urethra. It is having superior lateral angles which are joined by the ureters, and the inferior angles gives rise to our urethra. Then in male, how is the relations of the base? So in males, its main relations are upper part of the base is separated from the rectum by rectovesical pouch containing coils of small intestine. At the same time, the lower part is separated from the rectum by the terminal part of the vasa differentia and seminal vesicles. The vasa differentia lie medial to the seminal vesicles. Okay, so the upper part is separated, upper part and lower parts are separated from the rectum, but the upper part is separated by the rectovesical pouch that contains coils of the small intestine, while the lower part is separated from the rectum by the vasa differentia and the seminal vesicles, their terminal parts. Okay, then vasa differentia and seminal vesicles are lying medially, both are medial to each other, lying medial to each other. Then the triangular area between the vasa differentia is separated from the rectum by rectovesical fascia or Denon Villiers. Okay, so there is a triangular area is present in between the vasa differentia, which is separated from the rectum by the rectovesical fascia of otherwise it is known as Denon Villiers, rectovesical fascia or Denon Villiers. In female how it is separated, or what are the relations of the base? It is separated from the cervix of the uterus and by the vesicouterine pouch. So these are the relations of the base of the urinary bladder in male. So here the upper part of the base, which is covered with the peritoneum. Then here it is the ureter, vas deferens, seminal vesicles, prostate, urethra. Then next we can move on to the neck of the bladder. It is the lowest and most fixed part of the bladder. Neck is the lowest and most fixed part of the bladder. It is situated where the inferolateral and posterior surfaces of the bladder meet. So here is the neck. So it can be seen where the inferolateral surface meets the posterior surface. The area where the posterior surface and inferolateral surface meets together at a area where there is neck is present. It is pierced by the urethra, and from the neck we can see the urethra is emerging. So the neck is pierced by the urethra. It lies about 3 to 4 cm behind the lower part of the symphysis pubis. So that neck is present 3 to 4 cm behind the lower part of the symphysis pubis. Its relations. Next is the relations of the neck. In male, it rests on the upper surface of the prostate, where the smooth muscle fibers of the bladder wall are continuous with those of the prostate. So in males, this neck of the bladder lies over the just over the upper surface of the prostate. So the smooth muscle fibers of the bladder wall continuous with that of the prostate. Okay, but in females it is related to urogenital diaphragm. Then regarding the superior surface, it is triangular in shape, we have seen in the picture, and bounded on each side by lateral borders which extends from the ureteric orifices posterolaterally to the apex anteriorly and posteriorly by the posterior border which joins the ureteric orifice. So superior surface is triangular in shape, and on either side of the superior surface lateral borders are present, and these lateral borders extend from the ureteric orifice, that means the opening of the ureters. So these lateral borders get extended from this ureteric orifice posterolaterally, okay, to the apex anteriorly and posteriorly by the posterior border, okay, which joins the ureteric orifice, and that can joins the ureteric orifices. Then in male, it is completely covered by the peritoneum, which separates it from coils of the ileum and sigmoid column. Along its lateral borders, the peritoneum is reflected onto the pelvic walls. So we have said that there are two lateral borders just bounded the superior surface, and this lateral borders, along that lateral borders, the peritoneum is reflected into the pelvic walls. Then in female, it is covered by peritoneum except for a small area near the posterior border. ഫീമെയിൽസിൽ എങ്ങനെയാണ് ആ സർഫസ്, അതായത് സുപ്പീരിയർ സർഫസ് കവർ ചെയ്തിട്ട് പെരിട്ടോണിയം ഉണ്ട്, എക്സെപ്റ്റ് ഫോർ എ സ്മോൾ ഏരിയ, ഒരു സ്മോൾ ഏരിയ ഒഴികെയുള്ള ബാക്കി എല്ലാ ഏരിയയും കവർ ചെയ്തിട്ട് പെരിട്ടോണിയം കാണുന്നുണ്ട്. ആൻഡ് ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് റിലേറ്റഡ് ടു ദ supravagинal part of the uterine cervix, and that small area is related to the supravagинal part of the uterine cervix. And here the peritoneum is reflected onto the uterine isthmus, forming vesicouterine pouch. ആ സ്മോൾ ഏരിയയിൽ മാത്രം പെരിട്ടോണിയം കവർ ചെയ്യാത്തതിൻ്റെ കാരണം എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ അവിടുത്തെ പെരിട്ടോണിയം റിഫ്ലക്റ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നത് യൂട്രൈൻ ഇസ്തമസിലേക്കാണ്, ടു ഫോം വെസിക്കോയൂട്രൈൻ പൗച്ച്. വെസിക്കോയൂട്രൈൻ പൗച്ച് ഫോം ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടാണ് അവിടുത്തെ പെരിട്ടോണിയം റിഫ്ലക്റ്റഡ് ആവുന്നത്. Then next part is inferolateral surface. Each inferolateral surface slopes downward, forward and medially to meet its fellow of the opposite anteriorly in the midline. Then this